What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today I am deck profiling my updated list for Lightning, Mewtwo, and Mew Tag Team with some cards from Vivid Voltage. If you're watching this deck profile in the hours after it came out on YouTube, then I'm most likely streaming the Sunday Open on Twitch right now. My link is in the description below, twitch.tv/Celio's Network, and I'm playing this deck in the Sunday Open. Sunday Open is team up through Vivid Voltage today. There's over 100 players, so come by and check it out. Unless I went O2 drop already, I should still be live if this video just came out recently for you. But yeah, so before we take a look at this deck, shout out to PotonStore.com, best place to get PTCGO codes. Use code CELIO for 5% off, and I really appreciate you guys using the code to directly support my channel and my content, and you also save yourself some money when doing so. Yeah, so this doesn't have a ton of changes, but the major change is I'm playing Zamazenta Amazing Rare in this deck now. So Zamazenta Amazing Rare, 110 HP fighting type Pokemon, and we're really just looking at the Amazing Shield attack. For Lightning, Fighting, and Metal, it does 180 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon VMAX. So this is really good versus Eternatus, because it one-shots Eternatus, and then Eternatus can't hit us back next turn. It's decent versus Centiskorch, because they have to find a non-Centiskorch attacker, or they have to gust around the Zamazenta and then deal with it on the next turn. It's really good versus Colossal VMAX, especially if they're playing something like my list, where Colossal VMAX is basically the only attacker to use. Then this kind of walls it out. So Zamazenta Zamazenta, not VMAX. Amazing Rare Zamazenta is really solid, and I like playing this over the second Galarian Sirfetch'd V, but we are still playing the one Galarian Sirfetch'd V. Of course, this deck was originally created by Tord and Pedro Torres for the Players Cup 2 Phase 2. Unfortunately, they each lost their win-in, I believe, or they missed it by one round, getting into the top 16 of their region. But Galarian Sirfetch'd V, it swings for 200 for 3 energy, and when it moves from the bench to the active, you can move any amount of fighting energy. That includes Aurora energy from your other Pokemon to the Galarian Sirfetch'd V. So not only are they decent attackers in any situation, but they are both fighting types, so they hit Pikarom, they hit Eternatus, they hit Crobat, they hit all that stuff for weakness. But actually it doesn't matter. They hit Crobat for weakness because they would one-shot it anyway, so that's completely irrelevant, and ignore that information I just gave you. Something else that's really amazing in this deck is Amazing Rare Jirachi. So I added Amazing Rare Jirachi because this card just fits into any deck that's already playing Air Balloon really well in a way that Stellar Wish Jirachi does not. Because please remember, Dreamy Revelation does not put Jirachi to sleep like Stellar Wish does for the team-up Jirachi. So Dreamy Revelation, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. Put the other card back on top of your deck. So last night in testing on stream, this helped me numerous times get like an energy off the top or a Pokemon off the top, and then of course it can get a trainer off the top like Stellar Wish Jirachi can also do a little more efficiently, but this fits into this deck specifically because it can get you a special energy, and more importantly, it uses Air Balloon really well, just like Team Up Jirachi used to use Escape Board really well. So I love having this Jirachi just go down to the bench at some point in the game, and then it's a pivot Pokemon that when your active gets knocked out or you have Switch Balloon in your hand, you can use this Jirachi to dig a little deeper and potentially find a card that you need. Another new addition to this deck list is the 1 Tag Call, 1 Guzmahala, and 1 Karate Belt. So Karate Belt, if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, the attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to cost fighting less. So the reason why this works so well is it can copy, not copy, sorry. I just woke up. It allows you to attack for 1 fighting less, so you can get your attacks off much more efficiently and much faster. So if you start out your game going second, Boltund, Electrify, attach some energy to the bench, and Eternatus comes and swings, knocks you out, you can go attach Aurora Energy to Zam, attach Karate Belt to Zam, Koko Prism of Lightning Energy to Zam, and boom, knockout. It also allows Galarian Sirfetch'd V to attack for 1 fighting less. So I really like Karate Belt. It's good against anything that's aggressive. Like I said, these can be solid attackers even if the opponent is not weak to fighting. So if your opponent gets the aggression on you early, in any case, this can just allow you to use one of your stronger attacks, 200 for 3 or 180 for 3, and then you don't get hit by VMAX next turn. You can use these attacks for 1 energy less. I even considered tossing in a Tina Chomp, but I did not do that yet because I haven't tested with it yet. But yeah, Tina Chomp is another consideration because it just goes really well with Karate Belt. And then from there, of course, like I said, the changes were I now have the tag call in here, which can search out Mewtwo, Raichu, Pikarom, and Gengar Mimikyu, and also can search out the Guzmahala. And there were numerous times during testing on stream where just like, you know, tag call for Guzmahala, and then Guzmahala gets me the Aurora Energy and the Karate Belt, or it gets me the air balloon I need to pivot my Pokemon out, and the Aurora Energy for the attachment for turn I need. So Guzmahala was really good. And the tag call can just thin the deck. It can grab me my Mewtwo. It can grab Pika, Raichu, or Gengar Mimikyu that I need to copy their attacks with Mewtwo. And then you can discard them to the discard pile with Guzmahala. So yeah, really cool deck. The one downside is now I have even more one-ofs. So like Zam's a one-of, Sirfetch'd one-of, Karate Belt one-of. But you know, the hope is that in the matchups where you actually need them, they won't be prized, or you can take a couple prizes by the time you need them. But also, it's with a toolbox deck like this Mewtwo deck, you don't necessarily always need a specific card for a specific matchup. Like, you can beat Eternatus without Zam, you can beat it without Galarian Sirfetch'd, you can beat Pikarom without having one of your fighting attackers, you know. So they're very nice to have, and you can also use them without ever using Karate Belt. You can just attach Aurora to Zam, and then next turn Koko, and then attach another Aurora. Or you can use Resolute Spear to move the Aurora energy off of other things and onto Sirfetch'd V. If your Karate Belt is prized, then it's harder to use Zamazenta. So this deck is really versatile, and that's always been the benefit of having a Mewtwo Mew Tag Team toolbox. So this deck is really fun to play, if nothing else, and I'm excited to get to use some of the new amazing rares with this deck list. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know in the comments down below if there are other amazing rares you would like to add to this deck, or anything else that's missing from the deck list. The one other card aside from Tina Chomp that I was considering using is Incineroar GX with the 3 energy GX attack, and then it does 50 for every damage counter on you. That's the other card I was considering, but I did not find something I wanted to cut. I like all of the cards in this list right now, so at the moment I do not have that in here. But I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already for daily Pokemon TCG content. Leave a thumbs up and a comment down below for the algorithm, and let me know, like I said, if there's any other amazing rares that you'd like to add to this deck, or any other GX attackers for Mewtwo Mew to copy. Check out PotonStore.com for all of your PTCGO needs, and use code CELIO for 5% off. And if you're seeing this video in the hours after it was uploaded, come check me out over at twitch.tv/CeliosNetwork. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time here on Celios Network.